Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So, NMAT 2024 has started, and some of you must have appeared on the examination also, while most of you will be appearing on the examination in the coming days. And as I do it every time, well, like I appeared on the day on the examination on the very first day. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the highlights of NMAT 2024, the kind of questions that were asked, and remember, these are the replica of questions that were asked on NMAT. Okay, so these are similar to what were asked from different topics. I've picked some of the questions across different sections to give you an idea the kind of questions that you can expect in NMAT and the way to answer these questions. Now, I had already done the analysis of NMAT, so please do watch that video and don't ask for cutoff and all those things. Right? Please watch that video to understand what could be the possible cutoffs. Okay, and in that we had discussed all such things in detail. So in this video, we are going to solve some of the questions of the types that were tested on NMAT. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is the best channel for all MBA entrance examinations. And trust me that for the next few months, this is the only channel that will help you ace all the other examinations because no other institute can provide quality content for other MP entrance examinations other than CAT. Okay, so all institutes focus only on CAT, and when it comes to, we also focus on CAT as well. But the thing is, since there is no one else preparing you well for other examinations, all students reach out to us for other MBA entrance examinations. So for the next few months, all examinations that will be targeting in for MBA entrance, whether it's a small examination or a big examination, you will find the most relevant content on our channel. So if you are not a subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe us and follow us on Instagram as well. In case you are preparing for NMAT and SNAP and are looking for a structured preparation, let's say you are targeting only these examinations and have your examination in December, you can prepare with us by enrolling in our course. And uh, it is a comprehensive course covering all these topics. And with this, you also get practice sheet for the topics. We have a dedicated Telegram and WhatsApp group for doubt resolution. You will be given full length NMAT and SNAP mocks. Plus, you will have CR practice test and English grammar practice course, which is quite helpful for aspirants. The link is given in the description of this video. So let's begin with the first question. Here's the question. Uh, like a moderate question on quant, on arithmetic. So time and work, I expect all of you to answer this. So it says 24 men can complete a piece of work in 16 days. 16 women can complete the same work in 12 days. 8 men and 8 women started working on the task. After 6 days, X men were added to the group such that the work was finished in 4 more days. Find the value of X. So arithmetic is important for all examinations, and NMAT has significant number of questions, and you could get lengthy questions also like these ones. I mean, it is not very lengthy but not so straightforward as well, because you will have to convert them into a single workforce. So if you talk about the work, 24 men can complete in 16 days, 16 women can complete the same work in 12 days. Now, without even multiplying, right, what we can say that, like, can you figure out that the men take double the time? Because 24 men and 16 days. 24 by into 16 is double of 16 into 12. So we can say that women has double the efficiency of men. Women is equal to uh, double the efficiency of men. So if you have, like, if you convert in terms of days, 24 into 16 will be 384 man days, and in terms of women it is 16 into 12, which is 192 women days, right? So 192 women days is equal to 384 man days, so one woman is equal to two men. Now we are Having 8 men and 8 women, they started the work, and after 6 days, X men were added to the group. Now, what we will do is, whenever we have two different kind of workforce, we convert to a single workforce. Now, single workforce here we are dealing with men and women, and after 6 days, who are joining? Men are joining. So we will convert these women into men. So we can convert to any one of those. We could have converted men into women also, but we will convert women into men because we are given that men are added to the group. So 8 women will be equal to 16 men. So total workforce is 8 plus 16, 24 men, and they work for 6 days. So in 6 days they have done 144 units. Now total work we will take in terms of men, that is 384. 144 is done in 6 days. So this is the remaining work. Remaining work is 240 units, and we are given that the work was finished in 4 more days. So this is finished in 4 days. That means 60 units per day. The remaining work is done at 60 units per day. There were already 24 men working. 8 women was equivalent to 16 women, 16 men. So total 24 men. So we need 36 more men to finish the work so that they make 60 units per day. So the value of X is 36. I wouldn't call it an easy question, but at the same time, if your concepts are clear, you know how to solve time and work questions, could have been done. But yes, it would take time, a bit of time to solve this question. Okay, let's look at the next question. It says there are 3 chess players in the first year, 4 chess players in the second year, and 5 chess players in the third year of college. What is the probability of selecting a team of 4 chess players if at least one player is from the first year? So there are 3 chess players, and these are important kinds like probability and PNC are important for NMAT. Remember that they are going to be around 4 to 6 questions from modern math at least. Some people might have an encounter on the higher end like 6 to 7 questions. So if you have not covered probability and permutation combination, it's a humble request that please cover these topics for NMAT. Okay, because some students that who do not know, they just do not prepare these topics because generally लोगों को लगता है कि permutation combination probability कम आता है. For CAT you generally do not prepare such questions, but when it comes to NMAT, please do prepare these questions. And we have questions also, like you can search for modern math for NMAT. You will get complete type of questions on our channel. You can search for modern math for NMAT. It is like 2022 वाली playlist में आपको मिल जाएगा इस पे topic. So please watch those 3 videos. Then you will thank me later. आप कहोगे कि इसी तरह के question आए थे. So in that video I have covered everything in detail. The kind of questions in permutation, combination, and probability that you can expect. There are, I think, 3 4 videos of that. If you cover only those videos, you will understand much better than anything else for NMAT. So now coming to this question, there are 3 chess players in the first year. So first year there are 3 players, 4 chess players in the second year, and third year there are 5 chess players. We need to find the probability of selecting a team of 4 chess players if at least one player is from the first year. So at least one player means probability of, remember this, probability of at least one is equal to 1 minus probability of none. So 1 minus probability of none. So we are not selecting any of the students from the first year. So basically we are selecting only among these people. So we are selecting 9, and how many players we have to select? 4 chess players we need to select. So 9C4, and upon total selections. Total there are 12 players, and to select 4, that is 12C4. So that will be our answer. That is 1 minus 9C4 is 9876 upon 4 factorial, and it is 12, 11, 10, and 9 upon 4 factorial. So 4 factorial gets cancelled. Right now we are left with this. You can just leave 9 get cancelled. 6 to 12 two times, and then we have 8 becomes 4, and this 4 will become make it 5 and remain as 2. So we have 14 upon 55. 1 minus 14 by 55, the answer will be 41 by 55. So these are the kind of typical probability based questions that you can anticipate in the examination. Okay, so let's see the next one. A number x is given by this expansion 3.1212121212 and so on. By what least number should we multiply x so that we obtain an integer? So this is a question based on rationalization. So please do cover number system also well. All sort of like do not skip any topic except geometry. Geometry is not tested in NMAT, but other topics one must cover like number system, modern math. Okay, even algebra there are questions which are being asked, and then you have other things also like arithmetic. Of course, one covers, so try to cover all topics. Maybe from topics you might get some topics you might get easy questions. Sometimes you might have difficult questions also. Okay, so you cannot go by selective topics. Try to cover all topics. That will benefit you only. So x is given by this number. So we can multiply. See, we need to multiply x by certain number such that after decimal we should get 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. So that we can subtract it. So if we multiply x by 10, 10x would be 31.212121. Okay, we need 1 to 1 2. If you instead multiply by 100x, that will be 312.121212. This repeating. Okay, so this is 100x, x is 3.121212 and so on. So when we subtract, we get 99x is equal to 309. So we can divide by 3. So 33x will be equal to 103, or x is equal to 103 by 33. Now, if you multiply x by 33, you will get an integer. So minimum number required is 33. Okay, so let's see the next question. If x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 3, which of the following cannot be the value of xy plus yz plus zx? So this is a question based on inequality. It says that x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 3. Which of the following cannot be the value of this expression? So x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 3. Now you need to know some algebraic identities, basic algebraic identities, that if we take x plus y plus z whole square, what will it become? It will become x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus zx. So 2 times of xy plus 2 times of yz plus 2 times of x zx, right? Now let us say we substitute by some value, let us say a. So we have x plus y plus z square is equal to, this value is given as 3, 3 plus 2a. Now we know any square number is greater than equal to 0. So minimum value of a square number is 0. So this value 3 plus 2a should be greater than equal to 0. Or we can say that 2a is greater than equal to minus 3, or a is greater than equal to minus 3 by 2. So the minimum value of a should be minus 1.5. It should be greater than equal to minus 1.5. So minus 2 is not a possible value. So it has to be greater than equal to minus 1.5. A company manufactures only three types of vehicles: bikes, cars, and trucks. In 2021, the number of bikes manufactured was 40% of the number of bikes manufactured in 2022. The number of trucks manufactured in 2022 was 25% more than in 2021. In 2022, the number of trucks manufactured was the average of the number of bikes and cars manufactured that year. The company manufactured 10% fewer cars in 2021 as compared to 2022. The total number of vehicles produced in 2022 was 1,20,000. In 2021, the ratio of bikes and trucks manufactured was 1:4. So, this is a caselet based DI, okay, similar to what was asked in the examination. So a small caselet of this sort was given based on percentage and ratios, and you need to find the values. So we will have to make a table like this. In 2021 and 2022, the number of these three vehicles, that is bikes, cars, and trucks. 2021 and 2022, bikes, cars, and trucks. Instead of worrying about the cutoffs, if you focus on studies, that is going to help you more. Okay. Cutoff is not in your hand, right? The result will be announced in January. The cutoffs are pretty much going to be on the similar lines. It does not impact very much. It is not like the cutoff will become 225 this time. If it was 234 last year, it will be around 230s to 235. We have already discussed in that analysis video. So please do not focus on such things right now. Focus on solving the questions. So we have three categories: bikes, cars, and trucks. 2021, 2022. We need to find out the numbers of these in the 2 years. Now, what all data is given to us, right? We are only given that the total number of vehicles produced in 2022 was 120,000. So we look at the total, that is 120,000. We can put 120 as of now because options also give you values in terms of thousand. So in thousands, we are writing the data. So we need to find out the values of bikes, cars, and trucks produced in the years. Now, how do we find these numbers? So it says in 2021, the number of bikes manufactured was 40% of the number of bikes manufactured in 2022. So we need to know this value to get this value. Okay. Let's see the next statement. It says the number of trucks manufactured in 2022 was 25% more than that in 2021. So we need this value, or we need one of these two values. So these have some connection. Okay, these values have some connection and these also will have some connection. In 2022, the number of trucks manufactured was the average of the number of bikes and cars manufactured that year. So let us say the number of bikes manufactured here is X and the number of cars manufactured here is Y. So trucks manufactured will be X plus Y upon 2. Okay, X plus Y upon 2. Now if you add these three values, what do you get? You get X plus Y and plus Y upon 2. So you can say that 1.5 times of X plus Y, that is equal to 120. So we get X plus Y is equal to 80. Okay, and X plus Y by 2 is 40. So this value we know is 40,000. Okay, so we get the number of trucks as 40,000. Now there is a relation between trucks in 2021 and 2022. It says the number of trucks manufactured in 2022 was 25% more. 25% more means 5 by 4 times. So in 2021 it will be 4 by 5 times, that is 32. 32, 25% if you increase, we get 40. So this value is 32, right? Now there is one relation given between these values. The company manufactured 10% fewer cars in 2021 as compared to 2022. So there is some connection between cars also. Total number of vehicles we used, ratio of bikes and trucks in 2021 was 1 ratio 4. So if this is 32,000, bikes will be 8,000. Okay, bikes are 8,000. Now there is some connection between bikes. It says that 40% in 2022. So 40% of the bikes manufactured in 2022. So this is 40% of 2022. That means in 2022 it will be 20,000. Okay, so we said that X plus Y is 80, X is 20, so Y will be 60. Y is 60. Now we need to find this value. It said that 10% fewer cars in 2021. So 10% less is 54. So the number of cars manufactured here is 54,000. And you can find this total also, 86 plus 8, 94,000. So you could have subsequently answered the questions on this case like. So you can expect different kind of DI. If I talk about the DI, you can get questions like you can get bar graph, you can get line graph, you can get pie charts. Okay, you can get caselets also like this, or you can also have some tables, data in the form of some tables in the examination. So these are the conventional question types that you get on NMAT, the kind of graphs or caselet based. So I had one such similar question wherein a caselet was given of this format, wherein percentage and ratio was given, and you had to use the statements to find the given values. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video, and this will help you in scoring well on NMAT, that how to tackle different kind of problems. Okay, so here's the next question. It says some students are sitting in a row. Amrit is at 19th position from the left. Rahul is 8th to the left of Amrit and 6th to the left of Dhaval. If Dhawal is 12th from the right, how many students are there in the row? So we need to find the number of people in this. Okay, so these kind of questions are like the miscellaneous questions in LR could be based on these order and ranking ones. So we need to find the position from left and right. Amrit is 12th position from the left. So Amrit is from left, it is 12. Rahul is 8th to the left of Amrit. So Rahul is 8 positions this side. So Rahul is 11th position from left. Then we are given that and sixth to the left of Dhawal. Now some students might get confused who is sixth to the left of Dhawal. Remember that these basic English things. If and is given, and means whoever is mentioned in the beginning of the sentence. Rahul is mentioned here. So Rahul is sixth to the left of Dhawal. If who is presented, like suppose comma was given, who is sixth. So whenever who is mentioned, it refers to the person mentioned immediately before the comma, immediately before the word who. But यहाँ पे end mentioned है, so it refers to Rahul. So it says that Rahul is sixth to the left of Dhawal. So Rahul is sixth, that means Dhawal should be sixth position this side. So Dhawal is here, his position from left is 12. Now, Dhawal's position is 12 and it is given that Dhawal is 12th from the right. So, from right, his position is 12. 17 from left and 12 from right. So, always remember that if you have to find the number of people, the logic is left plus right is equal to n plus 1, or sometimes it could be top plus bottom or front plus back. So, all such scenarios that will be equal to n plus 1. So 29 comes the total, that is n plus 1, or n is equal to 28. So there are 28 people in the row. So you can expect a question or two from order and ranking based in the LR section. Okay, so let's solve this puzzle. It says that there are six people. They form three couples that are traveling on a train. Their ages are 24, 28, 29, 32, 34, and 35 years, not necessarily in the same order. Two of them are assigned upper berths, while one as each is assigned lower, a middle, a side lower, and a side upper berth. And we are given some information about them. And based on this, you need to find out that what is the age of each person, who is how many years old, and sitting on which kind of berth. So let's see this problem. Like, have you figured out who is sitting on which seat? Now in such kind of problems we generally start with taking like we start by taking names, right? We generally think that okay, if the names are given first, let's put the people name wise. So instead of putting name wise, if you see the conditions, what are these conditions talking about? First is talking about the sum of the ages, which deals with ages. Youngest, okay. Upper birth, so this is about the birth. This is 32-year-old, 28-year-old, right? F is older than. So most of the conditions are talking about the age, like some of the ages, youngest, 32-year-old, 28-year-old, older than, right? So if you consider this thing, and these kind of problems help you understand that how to arrange things. So instead of arranging name wise, arrange them age wise. So these persons are 24, 28, 29, 32. Then we have 34 and 35 years of age. So these are the age of the six people. Now let's use this condition, whatever is directly given. E is the youngest of the males. We do not know who is the youngest male. 32-year-old is assigned middle birth. So 32-year-old is assigned middle birth. D is 28 years old. So this person is D. And assigned side lower birth. So D is assigned side lower birth. Then F is older than B. We do not know their ages. Now, this is an interesting statement. It says the sum of the ages of the females is 14 years less than the sum of the ages of the males. So, first of all, let us say the sum of the ages of females is X and the total of males is X plus 14. Now, let's add these values. We will get 52, 81, 113, 147, 182. So, total is 182. Adding all these six values will give us 182 years. So 2x plus 14 is 182, or we will get 2x is equal to 168 or x is equal to 84 years. So females the total age is 84, males the total age is 98. Okay, so we need to make 84 and 98 using this. Now, if you observe these numbers, right, the higher number should go to males. So, if you take these two, 69, and if you take 29, these three will add to 98. Just see them. 29 plus 34, 63 plus 35, 98. So, these are males, and 32, 28, 60 plus 24, 84. So, these three are female. So, that was a challenging thing to figure out the names of males and females. Okay, not very difficult though, because there were just six values. If there were more values, then it would have taken more effort. So we figured out who are the male and who are the female members. Okay, so that has been done. Now we know who are male and female. So these three are male and these three female. Now we can further move on. E is the youngest of the males and assigned one of the side births. So youngest male is this. This is assigned E and a side birth, right? One of the side births. Which are the two sides births? Side lower and side upper. Side lower is done, so it will be side upper. So side upper is done, side lower is done, and the middle birth is done. So we have lower and two upper births remaining. Then it says that none of the females is assigned an upper birth. So this is a female, cannot be given upper birth. So these two people will have the upper birth and this female will have the lower birth. So birth is done, lower, middle, upper and all these births are done. Now we need to assign these people's name. Now it is given that neither A nor C is assigned an upper birth. So A and C are not possible here. So A and C will be among these two people, and the remaining persons are B and F. So these two people are B and F, and last statement says F is older than B. So the oldest person is F, the second oldest is B, and A and C are among 24 or 32-year-olds. So this is how we will arrange the six people and according to their age and find their births also. So the key thing here is, see, it would take time for you to solve. Some people might solve it in lesser time. Some people will take much more time. Now, how to approach such questions fast is, in such scenarios, try to see how the data is presented. Like we generally have the tendency start with the name, but here data is given in the form of age. So if you notice these things, these are all indicating that arrange based on age. So that's how we will get it. So let's answer the question now, that which of the following statements is definitely true. See, we can remove the statements based on C and A because that cannot be determined. And even D option cannot be determined. So we can remove the questions. Okay. So like we cannot determine anything about A and C. The two oldest persons are assigned upper berths, so upper berths oldest persons are determined, that is true. These three statements cannot be determined. So last statement, one of the males is assigned a lower berth. So if we see the males are assigned side upper or upper berths, none of the male is assigned a lower berth, so that is a false statement. Okay, so this was the solution to this particular set. Okay, so let's see some of the questions, kind of questions that you get in the English section as well. So, in English, you primarily have questions like analogies. Okay, you have questions on prepositions, fill in the blanks. Okay, so you get different kind of variations. Okay, so mountain, hill, you need to match the one that has the same relationship as these two words which are given over here. So which two words have the same relation? Now this should be an easy one. इसमें तो बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना. You can at least try the answer. Right. If you get it right or get it wrong, could be any of those. Yeah. So mountain is a type of hill, isn't it? So mountain is a type of hill. Tree is a kind of is tree a kind of leaf? No. Tusk a kind of tooth? Yes. Whale is a kind of reptile? No. See, for English, you will need sometimes some general awareness also. Okay. Now, see this thing, that whale is not a reptile. Whale is not a reptile. Flower is a kind of petal? No, that is wrong. Now, we are left with cano board and tusk tooth. So, we are left with two of the options. Tusk is a type of tooth. Tusk is the tooth of an elephant. Now we are left with two options: tusk tooth or cano board. Which one will we choose? Now this is a quite interesting one. See, both are types. Like tusk is a type of tooth, cano is a type of board. But we will consider this thing that mountain is a large hill. Okay, mountain is a large hill. Mountains are not those small hills; those are the large hills. Now, tusk is a large tooth and cano is a small boat. Okay, so the correct relation is tusk and tooth. Okay, so mountain is a large hill and tusk is a large tooth. So that's the relation that we will go with it. Cano is also a type of boat, but cano is a small boat. All right, next question. Easy one. Enchant, captivate, urge. What should be the right one? So enchant and captivate are synonyms. They mean the same thing. Urge means not to confuse, not avoid, disagree, enforce, encourage. Urge means to encourage. Okay. All right. So that is the right answer. Now, prepositions are a must-do topic for NMAT. Okay, if you have not covered prepositions, there will be at least 3 to 4 questions. Okay, and the kind of questions that you get in prepositions are this. We have had some videos also on prepositions because this is a unique type of question. You do not get these kind of questions in other exams, especially this kind of fill in the blanks, wherein 3 sentences are given and you have to fill some prepositions in those, and they give you the combinations to choose from, and these are typically easy ones. Okay, so we had a YouTube session on prepositions also, so please do watch it. In that we discussed the different kind of prepositions. Ma'am took that session, prepositions of time, prepositions of place, right? If you watch that video, definitely uh, that is going to boost your score, because there will be at least 3 to 4 questions on prepositions, and that has given different set of rules related to prepositions. When she heard the final verdict, her face took dash a grim expression. Okay, so maybe you may not be able to find individually, but using combination you can find it. So she heard the final verdict, her face took dash a grim expression. Okay, suppose we do not know that what took up, took on, took over, whatever is. I was taken dash by the sudden announcement that the meeting was cancelled. Now, here the meeting is cancelled, so the person will have some shocks, will get some sort of shock in this, right? So we have the right word here is taken aback. Taken aback means you get some kind of shock, right? Okay, so taken aback is the one that will come in the second blank. So we know that the second blank is going to be A. Now we can look at the first one. When she heard the final verdict, her face took, F says out, took out, or took on, right? Out or on. Okay, still not confident. Let's see the next sentence. It says the students were taken dash by the idea of organizing a charity event for the coming holiday season. Okay, so both of them are talking about B. So taken up. Okay, so that will fill. Now, took out a grim expression, took on a grim expression. So it is basically took on a grim, took on, take on some expression means to reflect on your face. So took on a grim expression means to reflect the expression on your face. So that will be the right one, C A B. All right, let's see the next one. So this is a question based on errors, and you need to spot the errors in this. The cat with its soft paws and silent steps crept quiet through the moonlit garden, its eyes fixed on a tiny mouse scurrying across the dewy grass. There is nothing called slot in NMAT. I don't know which random YouTubers or some random people on internet tell you that there are slots in NMAT. There is nothing called as slot in NMAT. Okay, it is just one exam. I mean, slot, if you mean to say 1, 2, 3, there are several 45 days. Every day there will be one slot. Okay, so don't talk about first slot, second slot, third slot. I don't know which foolish people fool you, the aspirants, and tell you that this is first slot, second slot, third slot. Every day you have 3 slots. Okay, and there are all rumors. I have proven it last year also that even if you take right now NMAT or take in December, the score does not change. Okay, so it is that, I mean, how you perform on that particular day, it is nothing like the score scale down or there is some different slots in NMAT. Okay, so we have like the cat with its soft paws and silent steps crept quiet. Now see, crept quiet. What is creep? Creep sound like it is to move quietly, right? So this is a verb, and hence this should be an adverb that should define. And adverbs, quiet is not adverb. So instead of quiet, it should be quietly. Okay, so the right word is crept quietly. Okay, let's see the next one. The team on their expedition to the remote and unforgiving wilderness faced countless challenges and from treacherous terrain to unpredictable weather. Now, see this thing. This is an error based on subject verb agreement. Okay, so subject verb agreement is the most commonly tested thing in the examination. In different examinations, they test these subject verb. So there are different kind of errors: subject verb agreement errors, tense based errors. Okay, so there are different ones. Okay, so like you need to have the correct subject verb agreement, and this is very important rule, also often tested in several examinations. Now here we are talking about a team, right? Team, whenever we have a team, group, or certain set of people, these are considered as singular. Okay, whenever we have a team, it is considered as a singular one. But sometimes what happens is, let us say if there is a fight between them, if there is a division between them, or let's say there is a group of judges, they are giving opposite, they are having a debate. So in that case, we consider them as plural. Okay, suppose there is a debate between the team, or uh, or something happens, there is a fight between the team members, so then it is considered as plural. So generally it is like whenever you are considering a team or a group, it is treated as a singular thing. So instead of their expedition, it should be its expedition. So it's a singular one, so we will use uh, the proper pronoun, that is its. Okay, so that is important. And subject verb agreement tests are quite frequently at like in several examinations you will find these kind of uh, rules being tested, so one must be aware of these things. So these were some of the questions of the type that were asked in NMAT 2024. If you wish to practice more questions, so we in our NMAT course, right, we have a course running for NMAT and SNAP. The course is paid though, but for replica based questions, we have had free classes. So we had 5 classes in which we discussed QA and DI. In 2 classes, we discussed LS, we discussed CR questions on similar stories, because I remembered some of the stories. So, similar critical reasoning based questions and same LR based questions. So, these are some of the questions. And if you wish to see more of those questions, you can check out our course. And you just, when you go to the course, you can just click on like enroll for free. If you do not want to buy that, you can just enroll for free and watch these classes. The recordings are available, and you will be able to understand more in depth. At least half of the paper you will be able to understand that how to deal with NMAT. So different kind of problems that were tested on the examination day. In case you are preparing for NMAT or any other MBA entrance examinations, we have different products for that. Okay, so we have NMAT mocks. We have a special offering, NMAT critical reasoning. So in case you wish to prepare for that, and an English grammar practice course that has a rule book of all English grammar rules. So last year there were some people who reported that they just covered this rule book and were able to raise their scores by 15 to 20 marks, because entire grammar, the rules that we were discussing are all present in these. So if you cover this thoroughly, and if you have not done English well in the past, this will help you boost your score. Even the prepositions and all have been covered in detail. So that will give you a boost of 15 to 20 marks in your English section. And we have mock tests for all MBA entrance examinations. You can check out our CAT and OMETS mocks bundle also. And if you are preparing for NMAT and SNAP and are looking for a structured course, then you can enroll in our uh, course for NMAT and SNAP, which is dedicatedly for these two examinations and will help you uh, specifically for these two exams right from the scratch. So that was the session based on NMAT replica, the kind of questions. So there will be different sorts of humors. NMAT is difficult this year, nothing like that. It is the same type that you had. Difficulty level across papers keep varying. It is possible that someone might get slightly easier paper, someone might get a slightly difficult one. Algorithm is not known to anyone. Okay, how scores are scaled up or down, it does not I mean, that is a very uh, that's nobody knows how they score your uh, for NMAT. So just try to give your best. The only thing to maximize your score is skip lengthy questions. Okay, I mean, if you're prepared well, in that case only, like you will know that okay, these are the lengthy ones. If you have not covered topics well, then of course you will find easy questions also quite challenging. But if you find lengthy questions, if you feel stuck in some of the topics, let us say you are solving a puzzle. For example, while I was solving input output, I got stuck into that, right? So any question you find very lengthy or like tricky or unknown, you are seeing very for the very first time, okay, so please avoid such questions. Try to attempt the questions that are easy, try to attempt as many questions as possible, and nobody knows how many questions you need to attempt correctly to get how many marks. Anyway, they give you the score range, they do not tell you that how many questions you got or how many right or how many wrong. So try to uh, like maximize your performance in the exam. And if you want to see more questions, you can check out the course page that we have, and you can find those like uh, the kind of questions we discuss, more such questions, replica questions in our course in the last 5 days. You can watch those videos over there.